Uh, I guess yesterday we discussed one name, Putana Jivita Paharay. Putana, Putana.
Very good. Yeah. Anyone else would like to share? Okay, we'll move ahead. Today, we will learn again the new 6 names of Lord Sri Krishna. So, without taking any more time, let us invite our speaker of this series, Sri Vigrah Prabhu. Hare Krishna Prabhu.
Hare Krishna, Kautuk, Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
So, very nice activity of recalling the names of Krishna that we had discussed yesterday. Very nice. So, let us begin today's session with a few prayers. Please join me for the prayers. Nama Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Presthaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swamin Niti Namine Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschatya Deshatarine Jaya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Srivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. So far, we have discussed 18 names of Lord Krishna out of the 108 names. And all these names are very auspicious. Simply by chanting, understanding these names, one can become very dear to Lord Krishna. So now let us begin today's day 4 session with the 19th name of Lord Krishna. The 19th name of Lord Krishna is Om Nanda Vraja Jananandine Namaha. Obeisances to Sri Krishna, who is the delight of Nanda and other people of Vraja or Vrindavana. You must have heard this phrase, Nand ke Anand Bhayo Jai Kanhaiya Lal ki. Hathi Goda Phal ki Jai Kanhaiya Lal ki. So it is said, Nand ke Anand Bhayo. It is not said, Nand ke yaha Krishna Bhayo or Nand ke yaha Putra Bhayo. It is not said like that. It is not said that Krishna took birth in the house of Nanda or a son has taken birth in the house of Nanda. It is not said like that. Instead, it is said, Nand ke Anand Bhayo. In the house of Nanda Maharaj, the Ananda, the happiness, bliss personified has taken birth. That is the meaning of Nand ke Anand Bhayo. So the same mood is reflected in this holy name. Om Nanda Vraja Jananandine Namaha. Jana Anandinaha. He gave pleasure, Ananda, bliss to Nanda, Nanda Maharaj, and all the residents of Vraja, Vraja Jana. There is one short song composed by one great acharya called Srila Bhakti Vinod Thakur. He comes in the same Chaitanya Sampradaya. He says, Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Vihari Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivara Dhari Braja Jana Ranjana Yamuna Tira Vanachari. So Vraja Jana Ranjana. He gives Ranjana means to give pleasure. He gives pleasure to the residents of Vrajabhumi, Vrindavan. So Krishna, wherever there is Krishna, there is bliss. Because one of the names of Krishna, we shall see that also. He is Satchidananda Vigraha. He is the personification of all bliss. Right? So wherever there is Krishna, there is full bliss, there is pleasure. So Krishna appeared in Vrindavan. He gave pleasure to Nanda Maharaj. By performing various activities, he gave pleasure to all the residents of Vrindavan. So, if we add Krishna to our life, then by the blessings of Krishna, we will also be floating in an ocean of bliss. The best way to add Krishna to our life is to chant his holy names. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Simply by chanting the Hare Krishna Maha Mantra, we can actually become ever blissful. We can be smiling amidst overwhelming circumstances. So let us meditate on Krishna's uh, being the delight of his devotees by chanting this name, Om Nanda Vraja Jana Nandine Namaha. The 20th holy name of Lord Krishna is, can we go to the next slide? Yes. Om Satchidananda Vigrahaya Namaha. Sat, Chit, and Ananda. Obeisances to Sri Krishna, whose auspicious divine form is of the form of Sat, Chit, and Ananda, that is, eternity, knowledge, and bliss, respectively. So, previously we saw that Krishna gave Ananda to all the residents of Vrindavan. How he was able to give Ananda? Because he is Ananda personified, isn't it? You can give something to someone only when you have that thing with you. You can make others happy only when you have happiness, only when you are blissful. If you yourself are, morose, sad, and upset, how can you make others happy? So here it is mentioned Krishna is Satchidananda Vigraha. Vigraha means form. God is not formless, as many people assume. God has a Vigraha, he has a form, and his form is Satchidananda. Sat means eternal, Chit means full of knowledge, and Ananda means full of bliss. That is the nature of Krishna's form. Krishna's form is not made up of material elements like our body. Our body is made up of earth, water, fire, air, ether, mind, intelligence, false ego. These are the 8 material elements which make up our body, the current material body that we have. But Krishna's body is all spiritual, and therefore he is called as Satchidananda Vigraha. And we, the soul, we are part and parcel of Krishna. So our soul is also Satchidananda Vigraha only. But we have forgotten our relationship with Krishna currently. Therefore, we are misidentifying ourselves with the material body. As soon as we connect ourselves with Krishna and engage in his bhakti, we will be freed from this misidentification, and we will also actually attain the same Satchidananda body as Krishna. This is called liberation. Liberation means not to become Krishna, but to revive our form, which is similar to Krishna's form, to revive our Krishna consciousness. That is called as liberation. Another important aspect is Krishna never changes his body like we change. From one lifetime to another lifetime, we change our body. And our body is subjected to birth, old age, disease, and death. But Krishna does not change his body at all. Even though he comes to the material world, he comes in his original spiritual body. And his spiritual body is free from the influence of birth, old age, disease, and death. So he himself is free from these miseries, and that is why we should surrender to him. What is the use of surrendering to somebody who is also implicated with these miseries? So, Krishna is Satchidananda Vigraha, free from all material limitations, free from the influence of time, free from the influence of illusion, free from the influence of birth, death, old age, and disease. Therefore, we have to surrender to Him. By surrendering to Him, by His mercy, we will also become free from all these inebrities. So let us surrender to Krishna by meditating on His all blissful form and chanting this name, Om Satchidananda Vigrahaya Namaha. Let us go to the next name, the holy name 21. Om Navanita Viliptangaya Namaha. Obeisances to Sri Krishna, whose auspicious limbs and body are smeared with fresh butter. Nava Nita. Nava means fresh. Nita means brought out. That which is newly or freshly brought out. And that refers to butter. So, curd is when it is subjected to a process called churning, butter comes out of it, isn't it? And our Krishna is famously known as Navanita Chora or Makhan-Chora. He is the butter thief. And why does he steal butter? Mother Yashoda would actually prepare special butter for Krishna every day and feed him. But in spite of this, Krishna would go to the gopis' houses, the other gopis' houses, and he would stealthily go and steal the butter from their houses. So, why was Krishna doing such a thing? There are many reasons for this. The great acharyas explain. Firstly, all the gopis of Vrindavan, while they were churning curd, preparing butter, they were actually thinking about Krishna. They were thinking that how nice it will be if this butter which I am preparing will be accepted by Krishna. So they were actually thinking like that. And that is why Krishna would go and steal the butter because they had already offered it to Krishna. And how can Krishna deny any offering which is made with love and devotion? Because Krishna says in the Bhagavad Gita, 9th chapter, Patram Pushpam Phalam Toyam Yome Bhaktya Prayachati Tadaham Ashnami Upahrutam Tadaham Bhakti Upahrutam Ashnami Prayatatmanaha. Krishna says, a leaf, flower, fruit, or water, if my devotee offers with love and devotion, I will surely accept it. And here the gopis, the mothers, the cowherd women, they were thinking about Krishna. They were preparing the butter for Krishna exclusively. And therefore, Krishna used to accept their offerings like this by going and stealing. There is another reason why Krishna stole butter. Actually, this butter has two special qualities. The first quality is it is white. Whiteness represents purity. And the second quality is the butter is soft. It is not hard like a stone, it is soft. So, softness indicates a devotee's maturity and his feelings of love, delicate feelings of love and devotion towards Krishna. So Krishna is attracted by these two qualities of his devotees, the purity of one's thoughts, purity of one's action, and also finer feelings of love and devotion that a devotee develops towards Krishna. So by stealing butter, Krishna is actually stealing these, the devotees' hearts, which are filled with finer feelings of love and devotion for him, which are pure, which are free from any material contamination. So his act of stealing butter is actually nothing but accepting genuine feelings of love and devotion of his devotees. And the Bhagavatam says, generally, our hearts, because of logic, because of atheistic feelings, our heart becomes hard like a stone. It is only by bhakti our heart becomes softened. When we chant the holy names of the Lord, our heart becomes softened, and thus it attracts the Lord's attention. So, this is another reason why Krishna would steal butter. And there is another reason also why Krishna stole butter. Krishna is actually Shrisha, isn't it? Yesterday we discussed one name of Krishna, Shrisha. Shrisha means the husband of Lakshmi Devi. She is the goddess of fortune, and Krishna or Narayana is the master of Lakshmi Devi. But in Vrindavan, he gave up his mastership, masterhood of Lakshmi, and he became a thief. That means Krishna is more accessible than Narayana. Narayana is in a majestic mode. He is the master of Lakshmi. He is the master of all wealth and opulence. But in Vrindavan, that same Narayana, he gave up his lordship and he became an ordinary playful child who steals butter and who steals the hearts of the devotees. So this means Krishna is Bhakta Sulabha. He is more accessible by the devotees. That is his mood when he stole butter. So, Navanita Viliptanga, while he was stealing butter, he would eat butter. He would also distribute the butter to the monkeys. He would distribute the butter to his Gopa friends, and he would also smear his body with this butter. So, this indicates this is the meaning of this name. Om Navanita Viliptangaya Namaha. Let us go to the next name, again connected with Navanita. Om Navanitavaraya Namaha. Obeisances to Sri Krishna, who lovingly chooses or desires the fresh butter. Vara means to choose, to select. Like we say, Swayam Vara. Swayam Vara is a tradition in the Kshatriya royal families in the past. The princess would choose herself her husband. Swayam Vara. Here, Navanita Vara. He chooses butter over everything else. Butter is very dear to him. Why butter is dear to him? I already explained certain reasons. Butter represents the pure feelings of love and devotion, the love of the heart of a devotee. Krishna chooses the heart of a devotee. That is the meaning of Navanita Vara. He chooses the heart. He selects only those hearts to reside, those hearts which are soft like butter, which are pure, milky white like butter. There's one more reason why Krishna chooses butter. Krishna is called Govinda, Gopala. He loves cows. Cow is the mother of the entire human society. So therefore, Krishna, he became the Gopala, the cowherd boy. And since this butter is coming from the cow to indicate his love for the cow, Krishna accepts butter. He chose butter over any other offerings. So Krishna chooses the soft heart of a devotee to live in. Krishna chooses the butter because it is coming from his dear cows, and that is why he is glorified with this name. Om Navanitavaraya Namaha. The next name, the name 23, is Om Anaghaya Namaha. Obeisances to Sri Krishna, who is completely sinless. In Sanskrit, the word agha means sin, and anagha means freedom from sin. Krishna is free from all sins. Sins affect only people of material world, and Krishna is above the influence of material nature. Therefore, his activities are completely untainted from sin. Sin cannot touch him. In the Upanishads, it is described that Krishna is apapa vittham, the one who is free from all kinds of papa. Simply by chanting his holy names, we can become free from all kinds of sins. Then, is it possible that he himself comes under any sins or sinful reactions? No, it is not possible. By taking shelter of Krishna, Krishna says in the ninth chapter of the Bhagavad Gita, if one takes shelter of me, the most sinful person he may be most abominable person, but I will free him those from those sins. Therefore, by taking shelter of Krishna and his pure devotees, we can become free from all sins. Therefore, he himself is free from the influence of any sins. Now, when we judge Krishna's activities, we are actually bringing Krishna down to our level. Many times people comment on the Rasa Leela and they talk very loosely. They say, Krishna says that he comes to establish dharma in this world, but he danced in the dead of night with young girls in the forest. What kind of a dharmic activity is this? Now, when people say this, they are actually ignorant of the real position of Krishna. Krishna was satisfying the desires of the pure devotees, the gopis of Vrindavan. The gopis of Vrindavan performed Katyayani Vrata with a desire to get Krishna as their husband, and Krishna fulfilled their desires by performing the Rasa dance. Now, the Rasa dance has got nothing to do with mundane sex. It is completely on a spiritual platform that is elaborately explained in the Bhagavatam. Actually, when Krishna played his flute in the Sharat Purnima in Vrindavan, it is said that all the gopis who came, their material bodies were lying on their beds in their houses. Only their spiritual bodies came, uh, responding to the call of love of Krishna, Krishna's flute. So Krishna danced with the spiritual bodies of the gopis, who were the topmost devotees of Krishna. So there is no question of material attraction, material lust, or sex. This is completely spiritual. So this has to be understood properly. So for one, if one wants to know more about this, then I recommend you to read the book called Krishna, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, by His Divine Grace, A.C. Bhakti Vedanta Swami Prabhupada. You will understand more details about this. So there is nothing sinful in Krishna's activities. All his activities are meant to give pleasure to his pure devotees, and they are meant to establish real dharma. So therefore, he is meditated upon by chanting this name, Om Anaghaya Namaha. The 24th and the last name for this evening is again connected with the butter. Om Navanita Navaharine Namaha. Obeisances to Sri Krishna, who subsists on fresh butter as his food. Ahara means food. Nava Ahara. Navanita Nava Ahara. He chooses to eat freshly prepared butter as his food. Now, Krishna can choose anything which is offered by his devotee with love and devotion, isn't it? That is his promise in the Bhagavad Gita. Now, how can Krishna desist from off from the offerings that the cowherd women, the gopis, are preparing, the fresh butter for Krishna? That is why Krishna chooses to eat the freshly prepared butter by the residents of Vrindavan, the gopis. Now, from this, we understand Krishna does eat, but his eating process is completely spiritual. Now, suppose, if I give you two chapatis and you're hungry, you eat both the chapatis. How many chapatis are remaining on your plate? Zero, isn't it? Now, that is a material way of eating it. But when Krishna eats something, when Krishna accepts our offering, be it butter or any offering which is offered by a devotee with love and devotion, Krishna accepts all the offerings and the balance remains as it is. Because Krishna is Purna, he is complete in himself. He is not lacking in anything. He is not going to eat in a material way because he does not need anything. But he still accepts the love and devotion with which the food items are offered to him by his devotees. So, Purnamadam Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavashishyate. The Upanishad says 1 minus 1 equal to 1. That is the way of Krishna's eating. Krishna eats the entire chapati and the balance is entire chapati because Krishna's eating is completely spiritual. So, this brings us to the end of today's episode of Krishna 108. Please do comment in our WhatsApp group which of these six names you liked the most. So now let us chant the Hare Krishna Maha Mantra, invoking the Lord's presence, at trying to worship the Lord. In the Kali Yuga, the way to worship Krishna is by chanting this Hare Krishna Maha Mantra. Let us all chant with full attention and devotion. We shall chant for 1 minute about 11 times. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. So, thank you so much. Please do chant the Hare Krishna Maha Mantra every day. And that's the best thing that you can do to yourself by connecting with the Lord. Thank you. I shall stay on for the Q&A. Meanwhile, Kautuk has some important announcements for all of us.
Thank you so much, Prabhu, for such a wonderful session. So, tomorrow evening, this Friday and the next Friday, we have a 2 week short-term course starting on self-management through principles of Bhagavad Gita. There will be 2 sessions. First one, manage the men within. This session will be conducted tomorrow. On 8th of August, the next Friday, we will conduct Art of Mind Management. The link for registration will be posted in the chat window as well as in the WhatsApp group. So seats are limited. Please register as soon as possible. And moving ahead, please join us for mantra meditation session. We have 2 sessions, one in the morning and one in the evening. In the morning from 7:30 a.m. to 8:30 a.m. and in the evening from 9 p.m. to 9:10 p.m. Try to chant at least one round of Hare Krishna Maha Mantra. We can move to Q&A part. That's all for the announcement. Thank you.
Yes. So if anyone has a question or a comment, please put up your hand, raise your hand, or you can even type your question on the chat box. Yes, there is some question. Can you please read, Kautuk?
Sure, Prabhu. Nikhil Malvi asked, what is the significance of number 108 and 16?
Okay. So number 108, it is recommended that when we chant the holy names of the Lord, we chant in 108 and its multiples. This 108 is very significant spiritually because there are 108 Upanishads. And Upanishads are actually meant to bring us closer to the supreme knowledge, the supreme reality, which is Krishna. So when we chant the Hare Krishna Maha Mantra 108 times, it means we have transcended the instructions or the message of the 108 Upanishads. That is the meaning. So every spiritual activity, especially chanting, is recommended to be done in multiples of 108, indicating surpassing the instructions or following the instructions of 108 Upanishads. That is the significance of 108. Coming to 16, 16 is the number of rounds of Hare Krishna Maha Mantra that is recommended by our spiritual master, Srila Prabhupada. So one round is 108 times of chanting Hare Krishna mantra. That is called one mala, one round. And 16 into 108 times. That is what Srila Prabhupada recommended. Anybody who wants to make swift advancement in spiritual life, steady advancement in Krishna consciousness, on a daily basis, one must chant 16 into 108 times of Hare Krishna Maha Mantra. Every seriously practicing devotee uh, who is a follower of Srila Prabhupada, who is a member of ISKCON, International Society for Krishna Consciousness, we practice this on a daily basis of chanting 16 rounds of Hare Krishna Maha Mantra. Since it is a recommendation of the spiritual master, uh, and when it is followed diligently by a devotee, one makes advancement in spiritual life. Just like when you go to a doctor, the doctor, based on the severity of your ailment, he prescribes a certain medicine in a certain dosage, right? So, in the same way, spiritual master Srila Prabhupada is a spiritual doctor, and his prescription is 16 times, 108 times of 16 times or 16 malas of Hare Krishna Mahamantra a day keeps Maya at bay. So that is the prescription. Hope that answers your question. Is there any other question or shall we call off the session? Okay, shall we close the session?
If anybody else wants to ask something, please raise your hand. Or if you're typing in the chat window. A follow-up question on the previous one by Nikhil. What
Yeah.
108 names then?
Same thing. 108 names of Krishna we are discussing today, right? So why specifically 108? The same reason. Actually, Krishna has got unlimited names because he has got unlimited qualities, unlimited leelas, his unlimited personality. But uh, keeping in mind the 108 Upanishads, 108 principal gopis who were topmost devotees of the Lord in Vrindavan. So, keeping in the same spirit, these 108 names of Krishna are given in the scriptures. So, it's the same reason. And also, uh, just like suppose somebody wants to build his muscles, he goes to the gym. So every day there is a fixed number of times he is told to do push-ups. minimum fixed number of times. Okay, you do 20 push-ups a day, and then you do another exercise 20 times, right? Uh, like this. So there is some fixed number. That fixed number gives a certain kind of commitment, a certain kind of discipline, isn't it? The same thing our ancient sages, the rishis, the great acharyas have prescribed 108 as that minimum fixed number of times you chant the holy names, or like that. So that brings a numerical strength and a discipline. Of course, it can be more than that, but at least 108 is what is mentioned, so that there is some kind of a discipline. Otherwise, you may think, today I'm in a good mood, I will chant more. Tomorrow I'm not so in a good mood, so I will chant less, like that. But minimum recommended is whatever may be your mood, at least 108 times you do it. So that is a kind of spiritual discipline. Hope that answers your question. So I think we are done for the day, and the time is also 10:08. 10:08. So we will close the session if there are no more questions. Thank you very much. Vishwaguru Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai. Hare Krishna.